Imagine scoring the winning goal for your country in front of millions of people. You become a national hero overnight. Now imagine, years later, the world discovers the match may never have been fair in the first place. The FIFA World Cup is supposed to be football's greatest stage, a place where legends are made and dreams come true. But behind the trophies, the celebrations, and the unforgettable goals, there have also been scandals. Some changed football forever. Others are still argued about today. These are the biggest scandals in World Cup history. Not every scandal happened on the pitch. Some began long before the first whistle. One of the biggest came in 2015, when several high-ranking FIFA officials were arrested as part of a massive corruption investigation. Authorities alleged that millions of dollars in bribes had been paid over many years, involving media rights, marketing deals, and other football business. Although the investigation wasn't limited to the World Cup itself, it shook confidence in the organization responsible for the tournament. For many fans, it was the moment they realized football's biggest competition wasn't immune to corruption. But perhaps no World Cup controversy is more famous than one involving Diego Maradona. It was the 1986 World Cup. Argentina faced England in the quarterfinals. The match was already emotionally charged because of the recent Falklands War. Then, everything changed in a single moment. Maradona jumped for the ball alongside England goalkeeper Peter Shilton. The referee awarded a goal. England protested immediately. Television replays showed what millions of viewers had already seen. Maradona had used his hand. The goal should never have counted. After the match, Maradona famously said it was scored a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. The name stuck forever. Ironically, just minutes later, Maradona scored one of the greatest goals in football history, dribbling past almost the entire England team. One match, two goals, one remembered for brilliance, the other for controversy. 4 years later, another scandal rocked the World Cup. This time, it involved Brazil's biggest star on the day of the 1998 World Cup final. Ronaldo, the tournament's best player, suffered a mysterious medical episode just hours before kickoff. At first, he was left out of Brazil's starting lineup. Then, minutes before the match, his name suddenly appeared back in the team. Nobody seemed to know why. Brazil lost 3-0 to France. Fans immediately began asking questions. Was Ronaldo forced to play? Was he healthy enough? Years later, the full story is still debated. While medical reports have provided more clarity over time, the confusion surrounding that final remains one of football's biggest mysteries. Sometimes, the scandal isn't about cheating. It's about one decision. In 1966, England faced West Germany in the World Cup final. With the score tied in extra time, Jeff Hurst fired a powerful shot. The ball struck the crossbar, bounced down, and flew back out. Did it cross the goal line? The referee consulted his assistant. Goal. England took the lead and eventually won the World Cup. Nearly 60 years later, fans are still arguing. Modern technology didn't exist back then, so nobody can say with complete certainty. One of football's biggest prizes may have been decided by one of its closest calls. Then came one of the strangest matches ever played, the 1982 World Cup. West Germany faced Austria. Both teams knew exactly what result they needed. If West Germany won by just 1 or 2 goals, both teams would advance. Everyone else would go home. West Germany scored early. Then, something unbelievable happened. For the rest of the match, both teams barely attacked. Players passed the ball around, slowly, carefully, almost as if neither side wanted to score. The crowd began booing. Fans waved money in the air. Commentators openly criticized what they were watching. The match became known as the Disgrace of Gijon. The backlash was so severe that FIFA changed the rules. Since then, the final group stage matches have been played at the same time, making it much harder for teams to manipulate the standings. Technology has solved many controversies, but not all of them. In the 2010 World Cup, England faced Germany. Frank Lampard fired a shot that clearly crossed the goal line before bouncing back out. Millions watching on television could see it. The officials couldn't. No goal. England eventually lost. The mistake sparked worldwide debate. Fans demanded better technology. Just 2 years later, goal line technology was officially introduced to top-level football. Sometimes, one mistake changes the sport forever. And then there's Luis Suarez. During the 2010 World Cup, Uruguay faced Ghana in the quarterfinals. With the final seconds ticking away, Ghana had a header that was about to send them into the semifinals. Suarez wasn't the goalkeeper, but he did something extraordinary. He deliberately blocked the ball with both hands. On the goal line, he was sent off immediately. Ghana received a penalty. The entire nation held its breath. If the penalty went in, Ghana would make history as the first African team to reach a World Cup semifinal. The shot hit the crossbar. Uruguay survived, then won the penalty shootout. Some called Suarez a villain. Others argued he simply accepted the punishment for breaking the rules. Even today, fans still debate whether it was genius or one of football's most unsporting moments. The World Cup has also faced criticism away from football itself. Questions have been raised over the selection of host nations, the cost of building stadiums, and the treatment of workers involved in tournament preparations. These issues have sparked global discussions that go far beyond the game. For many people, the World Cup isn't just about football anymore. It's also about the responsibilities that come with hosting the world's biggest sporting event. Despite every scandal, every controversy, and every debate, the World Cup remains one of the most watched events on Earth. Because football is unpredictable. One decision, one goal, or one mistake can become part of history forever. Some moments are remembered because they inspired millions. Others, because they divided the world. But together, they've shaped the tournament we know today. The biggest scandals didn't destroy the World Cup. They changed it. New rules were introduced, technology improved, and the game continued to evolve. Because in football, history isn't only written by the winners. Sometimes, it's written by the moments that should never have happened. Subscribe for more bad drawings and interesting facts. Thanks for watching.